Hello out there. Today I have a most interesting combination vise to show you. This thing was made by the Stowell Manufacturing Foundry Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they called it the Hanson Combination Vise 5 Tools in 1. So you see lots of these combination vices out there in various forms. Normally they're just an anvil and a vise. Normally they're beat to hell because they're just made out of gray iron. This one has a couple little chips, but altogether the face and the horn, even the hardy hole, are quite impressively in fine shape. It seems that the original color on this was a dark green, well darker than my hat and the lawn and most green things here. Quite deep green. It's put on a well-made base. Obviously, someone, once the days of shoddy workmanship really started to come about, added on this plywood shelf. That's going to be a big no-no. We'll have to remove that right away. The legs are quite nice. They have profiles on them and they're mounted quite well. And then you have spokes on the bottom. So it's a sturdy little unit. This thing was patented in 1898. I'll go ahead and show you its functionality. So what's really impressive about this thing is how complete it is. As far as I know, it has all of the attachments that came with it. So first, of course, we have an anvil with a horn and a hardy hole, in which we have a large cutoff and a small cutoff. The hole is about 5/8. Next, we have wide jaw or saw filing vise jaws. So that means this guy you often see just opens up a little bit. They're wide to support along the blade so you don't have to move it as you're filing. Clamps your table. Don't need them anymore. So I must say, whoever made this bench really wanted you to bust your knuckles. Anyway, so now that this thing is good and sharp, I can remove these jaws and put in standard vise jaws. That means that this little guy, the old bench mounted filing vise, don't need him anymore. Next we have a drill press. You can really see what I mean here about how they wanted you to bust your knuckles. Boom. So you know what that means? Don't need it. The final form of this device that you may have guessed with this Minecraft looking jaw here is a pipe vise. There we go, a pipe vise. Now, I could cut a section off here, but I'm afraid that this saw is too sharp. I don't want it to cut through and damage the table. Now, an old device with lots of gizmos and contraptions is all well and good, but it's the function that really dictates its usefulness in the shop and warrants keeping it around or not. So, I figure let's test it out by making a nail. It's not much that's more simple than that, and it's a good test on all features of this guy. Well, first signs look good. I don't see any chipping, just wearing the rust off, of course. Go ahead, get a couple more heats and see what it looks like. Looks like a nail to me. Well, my conclusions on this here unit. It's a pretty neat little thing. It works fine. I didn't chip the edge. I used the shoulder here. Obviously, the mount is constructed for a shorter person. And this thing's in good shape. The Hardy tool worked fine. The vise has a little bit of slop, but all gray iron vices tend to get like that. I would consider this thing worth it if I was a well-to-do farmer or maybe had a little tinkering shop for a whopping price of $6 when advertised back in the day. It's a really neat little thing to have around. This one, even in this stand, someone made a nice tapered drawer to go right into the profile. It says Edwardsburg Core Suru. I assume that's corn syrup. Anyway, pretty neat nonetheless. Well, put the little Hardy tool, put all the little accessories right in there. That's could very well be why all the things survived on this thing. It's often that you see these missing all their different bits and pieces. Maybe you have one pair of jaws or something, but this is a impressively complete little affair. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and have a good one.